Hi,
Almost fell off the
Sadra's
stage.
back.
Ew.
Sadra's back. Sadra's back. Hi, welcome to another episode of the People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples.
Can I just say real quick?
Good.
Wait a minute, can we also, before you say that real quick, can I just say real quick?
Yes,
What?
please.
We all gave ourselves a round of applause. Can we all give ourselves a pat on the back as well?
Okay. It's okay. Introduce yourself first.
I'm Stephen Wolffe.
Yes.
Sadra, Azizi.
Sadra Azizi.
I'm Doug Brady, and as I was
What
saying
you gonna say?
before, really
Fucking
quick,
rude bitch.
I think this is going to be a good one.
Yeah?
Hey,
Absolutely.
What, you feeling it?
I feel like this is going to be the best episode yet.
Why?
I like the energy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
That's all you want to say?
I'm trying to give
Get
out
hype?
positive energy. Yeah.
Good.
Jimmy, you called him rude before, but when he was saysaying his name, you interrupted
Did I
him
interrupt?
before he
Did I
even
interrupt him?
could finish saying his
I?
own name.
I would say he
yes.
was boosting
What?
me out.
We can
Yeah,
go
I was
back.
like, Sadra's
Everybody
here.
Go back, you'll see. But you,
Man, I hope not.
You interrupted his name by maybe saying his own name, which is still.
Because I like saying his name.
So
He has a great name. What's going
I
on?
didn't mind it.
What's up? Thank you.
But then make a decision. Do you want us to introduce ourselves, or do you want us to introduce, or do you want to introduce
Listen,
us?
let me tell you something. What the fuck? Well, my name's not on this sheet, but
Yeah, it is.
it's
People.
It's the people's. It's my mic. I do what the fuck I want. Maybe sometimes I feel like saying your name. If I like you enough, I'll say your name with you.
That's great. Wait a minute. Do you want to say my name?
No, I don't
with me
like
right
you
now?
enough. That's the point.
Who wants to say my
Yeah.
name with me?
I'll do it.
1, 2, 3. Stephen
Stephen.
Wolffe. Oh, you.
Is that what I did?
You didn't say full name. You didn't say
No,
first
no,
and last.
yeah.
to be
Okay, well,
fair.
Fuck it up.
that's fun.
You got to be a perfectionist. You got to be perfect.
Okay,
see?
well, let's say my full name
Fucking
together.
Maybe by episode
We'll try to
300.
harmonize
Let's,
also.
how about let's say
Yeah,
your
maybe by
full name
300.
together? It's your turn.
That'll be next
Okay.
week.
I'll show you how it's done.
I can't
Harmonize.
believe we've
Ready?
Okay.
293.
1, 2, 3.
Doug Brady.
That's gay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I've done 293 shitty episodes.
That's awesome.
That's
That's a lot.
And how many good episodes have you done?
Well, this is one of them.
well, 'cause
One,
this is
we
this
know
is
that
amazing.
this one.
That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Content, but production is like ugh.
I just thought of a really great way.
hard.
You know, Doug, you know what I think
can't-
would be
good.
a way to advance your career? I just thought of, like, you know, it would be a way, like, we're all trying to get spots out there. You know what I mean? You know
Are
what
you
I
trying
think
to
would
get
be a
spots?
genuine. Well, yeah,
What?
I'm trying to get spots.
Have you created your own spots? You know that's my.
What does that mean?
I don't even
Huh?
know. I mean, we'll
Do you have
definitely,
a show?
we'll definitely talk about
you
this.
weren't doing the show,
I
right?
tried to for like
And what happened?
a millisecond. It crumbled like
Why?
in front of me because I just couldn't promote it.
Did
It was-
you-
And it was
who-
embarrassing.
you were
No
doing it
one
with, like,
shows up
Ben
to this
Miller.
shit.
Come here, come in.
I did like one
Lauren.
show with Ben Miller, but then I did one at like Wicked Willie's, and it just like kind
Where
of
was it?
crumbled in front of me.
Where
That was a
it?
good show. What happened?
Yeah, it just like they didn't want us back.
Really, it was
Yeah,
you guys.
It was very
It's
possible.
it's a good spot. I like the spot. It's
I think it
it's
had
weird.
something to do with the sounds. It
Really?
definitely had something to do with there was no one really there to just like deal with like the sound system shit. Like they had no employees to like deal with it, so I think they were just like, no, we can't do it. Or it was me
I think it
personally.
was you.
It's always
You gave
possible.
up. You fucking gave up.
Well, no, but they
But-
really did. Like, they were just like, no, we're not going to have another show.
Really?
Like, they did definitively say like no to another.
Because it's a bar.
You know?
Yeah, that sucks.
Bars are tough. You need a separate room.
But my suggestion to you was like, if you, except for a moment, I was like, does he only have one arm? And I was like,
You
that
do look
I
like-
think would get you spots if you
sit
just
up,
had
sit up
one.
straight.
If you were
Get
a
up.
newly
disabled
one-armed
comic?
man, I think that would be a good thing.
It's
I'm
like
just
yourself
saying,
as
I
well.
think that would get you spots.
No, because that's like. Have you ever heard of this guy, Matt Blue? I think his name is.
No.
He's like a comedian that opens for Ron White, and he has cerebral palsy, and that's
Yeah,
his
Matt
whole
Blue. I know
thing.
Matt
Oh,
Blue.
He's
yeah.
like a cerebral palsy guy,
That's
and
like
I don't
all
want
you
to be
can talk
like
about.
one arm guy. You know what I mean?
I don't know
Oh,
if that's
yeah.
worth it.
As much as I love Matt Blue, not to say anything bad about
No,
Matt
he's
Blue,
funny.
but yeah,
But that's his shtick.
yeah,
His
and
shtick.
he's got cerebral palsy. It's not a shtick. It's just his
No,
life,
that's a
you know?
good point. It's like throwing your arm on the table and be like, I cut my arm off in the name of art. And they're just like, yeah, get in line, buddy. Like, so, you know, it's an old
I'm
trick.
not. I try not to be a
That was-
shticky guy. You guys like shticks? You a shtick guy, Jimmy?
No.
Depends
No,
on the
shit
No,
guy.
I like true. I like
Loves
you telling
fucking
your story.
Asians, but doesn't like shticks.
No, but I'll tell you a story about if I had an experience with an Asian girl. I'll tell you a story. I won't make it. It's just a part of who I am.
It just happens to
It just
happen
happens
a
to
lot.
happen.
Right,
It
exactly.
just happens to
So it's
happen.
not a
I'm
shtick,
not like,
it's just
hey, I'm
like,
in the Asian. You know who's also in the Asian girls? I was thinking half of Asia.
oh,
Only
half?
Half of
Only
Asia.
half? Is that a
Yeah,
bad?
there's
wait,
men
wait,
and women in Asia, and half of Asia are men.
It's mostly
right?
men.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
And so that you're
that's
saying
my
the
point.
women are not into
Maybe 3/4. How about that? Even more. So yeah, my numbers are off.
I'm
Everybody loves it.
It's
A lot of
mostly men
people
in
love
Asia.
Asian women.
See, now I'm
It's
gonna
not
be
just me.
honest.
I love
This
Asian women.
thing, this topic,
Uh-huh.
it's a shtick.
Is it?
Shtick.
Why
It
is it a
is.
shtick?
Here
It
it
is
is.
because it's
It's not
relentless
just.
with it.
What's the difference between a shtick and just the subject?
It's
I
not
guess
so
well,
much
I'm
a
torn.
shtick
Well,
as a
because
bit.
it's about
It's a bit.
you're very fervent with talking about
Asian women.
Asian women. Like it's
He brought it
definitely-
up. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
bring it
know,
up.
but
I
you
didn't bring it
It's
up.
my
But you
fault.
really immediately dove into it.
No,
you know?
I like. There's a lot of things I like.
You
that
like
we don't talk
Portuguese
about.
women?
Not as much. I
Me
like.
neither.
I
I don't like Portuguese. Like
I like the Spanish
word.
women with who have they're super, not super white, but super not pale, but
The Ubermensch.
yeah,
Mhm.
and but yeah, but asses. They have to have ass, ass for days.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know if that's common.
An Ubermensch.
I don't want
is,
to. I don't want to say
yes.
where there are because
Where
I want to
there
keep
are.
my secret.
I've seen them, but
Okay, well that's fun.
I think we've come to a
There's the
standstill.
Brazilian. There's the Brazilian
We have come to
Spanish,
a
and then
standstill. We
there's
should-
the I don't know.
You're not just listing. You're listing races.
I was writing down topics before the show. How about aliens? What do you got? You guys like them? You guys hate them? You guys
I
think
just
they're
want them to
interdimensional?
hurry up and stop bullshitting.
I definitely do. I definitely agree with that. Like, hurry it
Hurry
on
up,
up.
stop
If they
bullshitting.
do exist, it's probably
Bring
just
the
some little
future.
microorganism.
No,
I've
it's
heard that.
You know what I mean, though?
I've heard
think?
that theory. Yeah.
Like,
I think every species on Earth is like an alien species
okay, but
that was brought here. It was like, hey, where are we going? Like
Wait a
somebody's
minute.
species was
But then
dying.
why don't they keep coming?
time out. You believe that there was
Like
there-
Noah's Ark was actually a spaceship taken from space.
But is that what you actually
with,
believe?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Like spiders, that's alien
No,
shit.
but
Right?
they're all. But these are
Nothing's
all
like a
Earth-
spider.
So technically not, because if you look at their DNA, it is very similar to ours. So that's
Fuck!
the argument.
I
that
hate
it's-
doctors.
It's-
Fuck.
It's Earth
You know?
specific. All
What
of these
about the
animals,
lizard
that's
that can
the whole
grow his
thing
arm
is that
back?
they're
The
from
DNA.
Why can't we
Earth.
do that?
All of them have the same Lego blocks
Of us?
of human life or of life in general. That's why when people are like, "Oh, octopuses were like little specks of alien dust that arrived and became octopuses that are like alien," but then I was listening to this on Joe Rogan podcast. They're like,
Everything
"Well,
goes back
actually, the Lego blocks of the octopus are very similar to ours, so they're very much of this planet." So it's just like, whoa, what?
But I also
I hate
heard
that
this
everything
thing-
leads back to Rogan. Like, no matter what we talk about. I was
Yeah.
listening to this on a better podcast.
No, it is true. Anytime you listen to anything that like another comedian does, it's like your premises get stomped
Well,
on.
it wasn't
so-
him though; it was his guest
It's
who
just,
made
yeah,
the
it was just on
argument.
the podcast. But
Yeah,
every
still,
time
yeah.
we talk,
The topics that he covered, the range of topics, is just like, oh shit, they kind of just like
They
stomped on
talked
that
about that.
entire thing.
Yeah, that's
that I
why
was
it's
trying to
hard
work
to
out.
not reference Rogan sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this.
Between
You guys
Rogan-
know about microbes, though?
No.
Okay, so it's very possible.
you got 30 seconds to make this funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's just interesting.
That's the rule we came up with. You have to crack a joke every 30 seconds to keep this a comedy
Okay, so there's
podcast.
these microbes, and they're really, 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 really microscopic, almost like the size of your dick. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Another 30 seconds.
And they can survive in like these in space conditions for like 10,000 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so all they need to generate themselves to become alive.
They can
is,
survive in space.
Yeah.
Okay.
All they need is warmth and.
But there's no warmth in
But
space.
like comets come from outer space, and
Okay.
inside the comets they can survive inside there. And so the theory is that these comets would smash into the planet, and then these microbes would go on, and they would evolve to become different things. But I mean, it's like the DNA for our galaxy could very possibly just be the same DNA, like all over the place. You know what I mean?
That was way too long without a joke.
I'm sorry.
You go sit over there now. I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, speaking of topics, I only see one here.
That's all I came up with
Sex
today
and-
because I was watching the Emily Ratajkowski on Tinder, and she was doing she was breaking down Tinder profiles, and then I was like,
dating
opposite
ethics.
sex. Why did I write that? That's what I hate seeing is anytime there's, and then I'll swipe through. Anytime there's an opposite sex, you automatically think they're fucking. So it turns you off to the person.
In the picture, you mean?
In the picture. Like, anytime a girl or a guy has, I'm swiping girls. So anytime a girl has another guy, I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's your brother. It looks like you guys are fucking. So I'm like, why? And anytime a girl has a black guy, it's like, oh, that's what you're into. Oh, okay. Right?
I don't think, like, as far as it goes, you're talking about, but, like, I think, like, dating apps for most people, like, don't work. You know?
In terms of what?
For most? Well, you just got to work out what you're doing wrong.
No, just like getting things again that for like a finite number of people, like dating apps, just like actually like have a result. You know,
you gotta try harder. Yeah.
I think you just gotta swipe.
Yeah, you gotta swipe. It's shooting a shot.
I mean, no. Well, I'm a constant deleter too. I have to like delete.
No,
constantly.
That's the problem. You gotta keep swiping.
And also, what's your definition of results? Marriage or meeting?
What? Yeah,
like an attract, just like an attract on a woman, on a date with an attractive woman.
You put the things that you want, and the girls that are looking for that thing come to you. Like, I put the things that I want, and the girl's like, hey, I like that thing. And I was like, hey, when we hanging out? Close. It's that fast. It's like, I like the thing. When we're talking, here's my number. It goes so fast.
Being up front is the best.
Yeah. It's like, here's the things that I'm into. If you're not into them, swipe left.
Not into it.
But the ones that are into it, they'll read through it and be like, oh, you're only here for casual? Cool. Let's meet Friday.
Yeah, no, but I can't do that because it's just like in the public sphere there, though. So I have to like, keep up like that odd public face. Like I can't just put on the public internet that like I'm just like, oh, looking to like sleep with women.
I'm not looking to sleep with women. I'm looking to go to the movies. I'm looking to play pool. That's it. Because I'm busy. Everything else is comedy and training, or we can work out.
Yeah, okay, but then you get that's the gym girls. I'm not.
But you got to find the girls that work. What are three things that you're into? What do you like to do?
Can I guess?
You can do?
Yeah.
Basketball. You love playing basketball.
You're a gamer, right? You're Nintendo. Are you a big gamer? Or you just like stealing?
No,
shit?
I just like got a thing out of revenge. You know, like sure I'm using it, but
what are you into? What are your three things?
Three things.
Three things that you would just.
Spelunking.
Yeah, I know, right?
Spelunking. I
don't know what that is.
Scuba diving.
Yeah, I guess I have no idea. Probably just like movies and like eating and like.
You like eating out. What's your favorite food?
Like, you know, ethnic food or something like that. Like Asian food.
What's your favorite restaurant?
You know, favorite restaurant. I don't know. There's like
Sabaro.
this good Japanese spot on like 6th Street.
Like
if you're gonna like
food.
splurge, yeah.
You like Japanese food?
Yeah.
Then say, hey, I just want to go to the Japanese restaurant time and once.
Catch a movie after.
Yeah, and catch a movie after. You will bag so many.
That's a thing?
Yes, it's a thing.
You just put those like.
Put those things. That's all I want to do. I'm a busy guy. I do comedy and then
You gotta take good photos too.
You got to take good photos.
Oh yeah, no, that's
decent photos. Just action photos. One on stage. One.
No, then you got to be
smiling.
like. Then they'll always be like, "Oh, tell me something funny," you know.
And I say nah.
So you read those.
And you say nah. Oh, but I see. I can't pull off the nah. I'm not like a guy where I can just be like nah.
No.
They expect more. They expect some kind of like.
No. She gets swiped. If she asks me to say something funny, nah.
I always thought the perfect response to tell me something funny if you're a comic is sorry, I don't do dick pics.
Oh, okay.
Good. That's a good one.
That's good. But then, you know, we've been talking about a dick pic can get you in hot water. I'm not trying to. That's public. That's out there. They'll take a screenshot. It's no good.
I have to you ever get a new phone and then have to transfer the information onto another phone?
Yes.
I got to put it. They were like, hey, put all your information in the cloud. We're going to put it on the new phone for you. I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yes, it's very
I don't
worrisome.
want to. Fuck! Like these girls send me like pictures when they waking up with boobs out. I was like,
yes, it's.
I don't want. I want the phone, but I don't want to.
You gotta understand that.
You don't want people to be stealing your.
Yeah, you gotta put it. It's like they're tricking you to put it in the cloud.
It's all already out there, though.
I know
once
it's on WhatsApp, right? But it's like,
I don't like living like that.
And it's 6 billion people. They can't be sorting through all these.
I don't like living like, oh, they're going to screenshot. Oh, they got access to my shit. I just want to live.
Like, fuck it.
You know? Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you have to pay for the things that, you know, are.
And then that's how they get you. They're like, hey, we have a minimum of 2 gigs, but if you want more, it's $100. I'm like, what the fuck?
Where are you from again?
What do you mean?
Like, you said you're not born in
Iran.
country.
I was born in Iran.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I had Iranian people at a show the other night. and I did my little bit of Farsi, and I was like, yeah, telling Farsi jokes. So
They're an easy crowd to make laugh.
they're fun. They're fun. Besides, you know, the
What kind of
beheading
humor do
stuff.
they like?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I was watching. No, you say your part. I'll tell you what I was watching.
What kind of humor do they like?
it's very simple humor.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you one of the jokes I remember my dad and his friends were telling when I was younger that the entire room cracked up was a guy is nailing a nail with a hammer to a wall, but it's backwards. And a guy comes up to him and says, "Hey, dude, you're doing it wrong." But instead of saying like flip the nail, he goes, "You got to do it this way." And then everyone cracked up. Yeah, it's very
Just nonsensical.
very simple humor. Yeah.
So I assume they didn't watch like Seinfeld.
My parents did actually.
Oh, they
but,
watched Seinfeld. Where is it like a whole thing? Like, oh, you watch Seinfeld?
No, I just meant like they did when they moved to the country, but like there's no Seinfeld over there. There's no.
My parents just really got into Curb Your Enthusiasm lately. They've been calling me about it like all the time. Like, I love this.
Yeah, I sure my parents did too. They love that shit too.
It is a good time.
Have you been back? Do you go
Not
back?
since right before medical school. So this was what 2007. Yeah, 2008, I think. Yeah, so over 11 years ago.
How much family do you still have there?
Almost all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just me and my sister.
Iran is the oldest civilization.
I don't
Is it
think
oldest?
so. I think
It's one of the
Mesopotamian. It's one of the oldest, but
One of the
I don't think
oldest.
it's the oldest.
We don't know what the oldest is.
That crest.
Like
you
it's
know.
like 4,000 years
Fertile
old. Something
crest.
crazy like that, right?
Crazy. There's
The
a lot
oldest
of-
civilization known is Göbekli Tepe, and that's dated back 40,000 years.
You're such a
That's
little
what that's
fuck.
what
See,
Doug.
Doug,
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, just because- again, you-
comedy podcast.
This is
Shut the fuck. You
you-
take that shit to the Joe
But
Rogan
also, this
show.
isn't stuff you've
And-
learned. This is just
Hold
stuff
on,
he's
hold on.
Wikipedia.
Say that word again. Say it
It's
again.
difference
Göbekli
between-
Tepe.
Fuck it.
It's the difference between he hasn't learned it from a professional. It's all Wikipedia.
No,
or like,
I just want to.
Professional.
like
Oh.
TikTok.
Well,
like
I learned about that
YouTube
from YouTube
videos.
from Action Bronson. That's how I knew about it.
There you go.
Oh,
Action
man.
Bronson, the man.
television.
I hate you so much.
What do you guys? You're putting out false information, and you're laughing. You're making fun of me for putting out the truth.
Not me.
I'm sorry.
That was
I'm a
real.
truth
That's
teller.
real information.
I'm sorry that you guys are sheep. Okay. What do you
It's
want me to
real
say?
information.
What do you want to talk about?
That's real
What else do
information.
you want to
Smoller?
know? What do you?
Yeah, no, I don't
what
wanna
else do you
talk
wanna
about-
know?
Todd
Jesse.
Smolar. You guys want to talk
I
about?
was really
Todd?
actually hold on.
Okay.
Having said that about Jesse Smollett, I was really amazed because you were sort of like that story like evolved like in such a weird way,
What?
like the Jesse Smollett
Yeah.
thing. I remember just like being here and you talking about it like as soon as the tabloid broke out that it was like, oh, it might just like be a hoax, and it was like, oh, no one believed it, and then it was like 4 days later, it was just like, oh no, fuck. Like that tabloid that you just like brought up really casually turned out to just be like the biggest
Big
story for the next
Big thing.
like
I want to be that
7
guy.
days.
I keep my ear in it.
Which is really
I don't-
crazy,
yeah.
actually. And I was like, oh, that actually is like, you should kind of hold on to that. You know, like, if you
be the
exploit an early tabloid
That's what I'm
story,
saying. It's the 5 a.m. stories.
you know,
It's listening to the news at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're finding the thing. Oh, they're going to talk about this all day.
for real though. No,
Yeah.
but if it's for weeks.
It's being quick.
No, it was
I'm
crazy.
not that quick. Some
I'm
people
pretty
are fucking.
sick of that story.
Some things it's just like,
Well,
oh, that's
no,
not
now
going to be a
it's sick
thing.
of it, but like he called it like just so early. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what I
sure,
mean?
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But yeah, now it's like
Only because it's also
he was a duck.
black shit. You know, it's black shit. If it was a white guy and it was the opposite, I was like, hey, I probably would have been like, eh. It was a white guy who faked his like, 10 black guys beat the shit out of me. I'm like, good. You know,
That's all bad.
if Luke Perry faked his death, I'd be like,
Who the hell's Luke Perry?
Luke,
First of all, you know what I
Luke
mean?
Perry is he's the hot guy from 90210. Right?
The guy that died.
Yeah, he got it died. He had a stroke. I used to have a stroke bit, like because this lady used to. I used to watch news reporters have strokes on YouTube. It's like a whole.
I've seen that. I've seen those compilations. Those are
So
great.
it's fucked up. I don't mean to laugh, but they used to
No,
show
it's
them
hilarious.
in mid-stroke, just as their face was stroking out. And it's hard. It's
That's
fucked
gotta
up.
be scary.
Yeah, because they're
But
just
it's also
talking.
hilarious.
And they're just like, They just break it. It sounds like they're breaking out to a beat, or it just gets stuck. Like you can see the system just crash. It is fucked up.
That's pretty ridiculous.
I've never really seen.
They did like a
really
montage
medical episode.
All right, it's not even just YouTube. You'll see a classic one pop up. Right
My
now.
grandmother started coughing up blood last Thursday.
Nice.
So I saw her do
In
that.
front of you?
Oh yeah. Well, I went to the hospital. I was at work, and then I went to the hospital afterwards. And when I got there, she went into this like 5-minute coughing fit where she was just like hacking up all this blood, and they were having her spit the blood into a cup. She filled up like 3 cups with blood, and then they did an endoscopy on her the next day to like find this mass on her lung that they found, and they did this endoscopy, and they couldn't see anything because it was all just pictures of blood. Like her lungs are just like filled with blood.
I remember I did a stand-up set at a dialysis center. When it's fucked up. I had to take I was staying with a friend, and her friend's grandmother. Her grandmother, she was dying, and she had to go to dialysis on Friday, and nobody could take her. So we were just.
But no one could take her.
I remember it was the funniest fucking thing. It wasn't real stand. She had to get plugged in. There's all these people. It was the saddest room of just people getting plugged up and in the chair. They were all in different levels of death, and then I just started cracking jokes, and everybody just starts laughing.
Wait a minute.
And then I was like,
so it was like an ad hoc.
Time out.
Yeah, it was like
you
an ad
weren't
hoc
doing. You didn't do a.
No, I didn't do a show. I wish I could. It's great stage. Great.
You just stood
It's a
up
great
and
room.
talked to everybody.
Me and her started talking and laughing, but then everybody just warmed up, and we all started talking shit, and I just started talking shit about
You
people.
spoke loudly,
And it was a dope moment.
Positive energy.
Yeah, it was a sad situation.
I should try that next time I have to go to the dialysis unit.
Yeah, just blast.
Oh yeah, just talk really loudly.
Like yeah, why
Everyone
is
can
your
listen to
blood
you.
orange? All types of shit. What else is going on? The game of the podcast is to actually keep the conversation going. Like,
Oh, that's a really good way to keep the conversation
whoever it falls on loses. So
I'm
it's like,
sorry that we're not the host. I'm sorry that none of us are the host of the show.
yeah,
Do you come in with multiple topics?
Sometimes I just come in. So you see the sheet. Sometimes
Well, you're writing as we go.
And I have things that I was like, oh, I remember I need to talk about this. I was pissed off about.
I do like the bullet point format.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to a little bit at a time. I'm trying to get better.
Slow, incremental.
Can you press that button at the top, Doug?
Press
Turn
the
it
button
back
at
on.
the top.
You got bored.
Oh, he never does
Swipe
this
it.
right.
No, Doug's pretty good. There it is. Good job, Doug. You're beautiful, Doug.
This is the most complicated live stream.
Yeah, man.
There's always issues.
Is anybody watching?
No.
No, in 2 years they'll be watching. I'll go live from Instagram maybe next
Anybody
week.
that like makes it though, who like has been on this podcast, will have to call you and just be like, "Hey, do you think you can like take
that
this
off?
down like before
And
I'm gonna be able
I'll
to
pause
make
and I'll
this
be like, yeah, I'll
appearance?"
take it down. Oh, I forgot all about
See,
it.
you're still stuck in that paranoia mode.
But people do that. People have asked me to take it down before. If they,
Really?
It's like,
yeah,
you
because they
think-
have jobs. Some people are teachers
yeah.
and they talk about shit.
So don't
Not
talk
realize they didn't know what the podcast is going to be, and Doug comes on talking about fucking
He
horses.
immediately
And then
start
he was
opens
like,
up
"I
for
got to
it.
teach kids tomorrow. Can you can you take that down?"
I don't think you should shy away from conversation. I think that's silly.
Yeah,
I know,
I mean,
but
I
you
try
know,
not
but
to.
we're still,
but-
it's still in like again, it's a small time period where you gotta like you kind of have to censor yourself in a network fashion.
Well, that's what I'm saying
know
is,
what I mean?
so the paranoia you have, like, use that now. Be like, okay, well, I may make it someday, so I'm not going to say anything right now.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say anything right now. But regardless, I can't control what these two say.
Which is fine. Like, why does that fall on you?
I don't know.
I've been
It just
trying to
might.
be less abrasive, you know? I've been trying to
Why?
be more
That
warm
was
and
you.
kind.
Angry Doug is my favorite Doug.
Well, I don't want to piss anybody off.
That's what we're
particularly.
supposed to do, though.
Like
Right?
I did a
No,
roast.
I don't know.
You're supposed to make. That's the best part. I was thinking the other day. So we just talked about it, but there was the other thought of why I didn't want to be into politics, because you got to be accountable. I don't want to be accountable for shit.
I don't think so anymore.
Yeah,
Huh?
no,
Trump
well,
showed
that's
us
actually
the
the
way.
whole
I
problem.
mean-
yeah, you don't.
Good, hit that.
Trump just
wow.
taught us, just no apologies, keep it moving. You know,
He was listening to the podcast. He was like, Jim People said no apologies. I'm not apologizing for nothing.
I mean, I think there's one thing to like say something heinous, but if you're worried about pissing people off, I think no matter what, you're going to piss somebody off.
What didn't somebody just snitch on him? I don't want to talk about politics, but
no, I don't mean politics. I just mean in general.
Isn't the guy who I'm looking at you like you know all? Fuck. It was last weekend. It was a big deal. Yeah,
like that,
right. Real quick.
He testified, but it was like a bullshit.
Was it bullshit?
Yeah, it was like still kind of. It wasn't really anything.
Yo.
That was a crazy echo. Whatever.
Is it because the mic's behind?
Wasn't he? Didn't he testify for like 14 hours or something?
But the
like
news
that?
was like,
wasn't he questioned for like 14 hours?
That's ridiculous.
He spoke for a
Something
while,
ridiculous.
but I bet a lot of that is like, water breaks and stuff like that. And these people, they're making him wait in the room. He was in the room for 14 hours or something like that. But it's constantly.
It's just a staring contest.
Yeah.
How much longer we got?
But no, all I know is like those like clips that they play on like CNN of him just like he's a bad guy and a cheat.
Trump?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the end of the world? Do you guys think it's coming?
I think so, but I don't think it'll be here before I die.
I think we're getting
war, famine, and pestilence.
No, I think we're getting bamboozled.
Come before the end of the world.
I was talking about somebody. I think we're getting tricked into believing that the world's not coming to an end, but like we're running out of food and all of that shit. For a hot minute, it was like, yeah, stop eating meat because we're running out of meat, and it was like
they throw away so much food a day. At least that's
absolutely. 4 trillion pounds of food.
Plus all the synthetic food coming out. It's like we're gonna be.
I feel like that's why they're trying to talk people into being vegans because they want them to stop eating meat.
Well,
but not because they have to.
I don't think it's just that. I think it's because they're advancing in the ability to make vegan meat. That's like replica meat. Have you heard of like the Impossible Burger?
Yeah.
I've had it. It actually tastes pretty good.
Fuck that.
No, and they have advancements in farming now. They can channel light in a different way.
You know, agriculture is like a degree you can get.
And they can
I almost got one. I almost did it.
And they can like grow plants underground in a much easier way now, where it's because they can like channel light through like pipes and tubes or something like that. No, it's about like channeling like the light through tubes. I don't know. I read a story about it. Tubes. You put the sun in a tube, and it goes under the ground, and it's just the same shit. Speaking
of shit, you've heard Bill Gates is.
I don't think you can go through the day without talking about shit.
Probably not. But this was unrelated to me. I just saw this thing where Bill Gates is investing billions into this technology that converts your shit into drinking water.
I did hear that.
Wow.
I did hear that. Would you drink that?
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't know probably.
You have
shitty
to.
water.
I think that already exists.
Shitty water.
I think they've already done that.
Yeah, but I'm saying
like a more advanced. I mean, obviously there's like water processing plants, and also the Earth does that. Will evaporates the water and then it rains it down and stuff like that. You know about that?
The water cycle. I want to see who's going to be stabbed.
I would love to see who's going to be stabbed.
John Wick stabbed.
I don't want to be stabbed.
Can you explain the water cycle?
In 30 seconds with a punchline.
30 seconds with a punchline.
Okay. So the itsy bitsy spider.
Metamorphosis, igneous, and
that's all you need to know.
Sedimental.
Types of rocks.
Doug just tries to say smart words to look smart.
Remember when you tried to convince us that the high five originated from
it did! That's bullshit.
It did come from a black guy, but it was not basketball players not wanting to touch each other. It was Dusty Baker just happened to do it after a home run, I think.
Dusty Baker.
For the Dodgers.
My grandmother told me a different story.
You're telling me that the high five didn't exist before baseball? Yeah. That's the most ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Look it up. Google it. Google it. And there's YouTube videos.
The high five is definitely a 20th century thing.
Wait. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's the. What year was that?
Oh, look it up.
Look it up.
I refuse.
That's bullshit.
And there's a classic picture of it and everything.
I think people have been.
Like holy shit! Look what he did.
I remember we talked about this. We talked about this, and Usama, I'm pretty sure, looked it up, and he was like, "Oh, it's this." And it was
because
they
wouldn't sound.
Page,
no,
you know
that's wrong. I believe it's wrong.
Because you hold your hand up to a baby, and the baby will like smack your hand. You know what I mean? Just naturally, it's instinctual to high five.
It's not instinctual.
Because
You're high-fiving all the time.
Because they used to.
You don't understand what people were thinking in
Before
the
black people-
people's boundaries with each other used to be so much more. Like again, it's like used to be dangerous to communicate with people.
don't believe
Like
it.
you don't just go
Oh,
high
okay.
five,
So the
lift
high
your
five
hand up to
originated-
someone.
High five originated from the low five, which has been a part of African American culture since the
Yes.
1920s.
Absolutely.
Magic Johnson once, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dusty Baker. For decades, the conventional wisdom has been the origin of the high five occurred between Dusty Baker and Glenn Burke of the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1977.
Look at Wikipedia.
Now
throwing down
that's
the
70. Here's the
conventional
thing.
wisdom.
That's 77. When black people. When was the first black guy in basketball?
What was that? That was
I'm about to
1943.
blow that out the
Bill
water.
Russell in the Celtics,
Yeah.
right? In the 60s?
Yeah, and
Bill
they
Russell?
I knew they
Was the
they
first
couldn't
black
shake
guy?
his hand.
He might not
They
have been
didn't.
the first.
Yeah,
He was definitely the first coach.
but that was the rule. They could not shake black people's hands. You could. That was
That's
definitely-
believable. That's
yeah.
believable.
So that's why.
But then I would be more likely to believe a fist bump.
No,
than a
fist
high
bump.
five.
Fist bump is way too cool. Fist bump is that's black power.
Dude.
I always thought it was fist bump. Now I think about
The
fist
black-
bumps.
The fist bump.
They're
came
just
from
more
black power.
sanitary. You know what I mean?
Well, now
It's less contact. That's kind of how sometimes I feel.
The fist
where
bump
it's like,
came from doing this, and then we tap it together.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
black power.
I guess I do.
But then
believe
white guys is fucking. We need to do that shit too, and
You-
then
hey,
fucking blowing that shit
you
up,
know,
and yeah.
I was thinking this whole appropriation thing. Here's
Yeah.
my argument against
Mhm.
it. Basketball was invented by a white guy, but black people are simply better at it, right?
but that's not
No.
appropriation, though.
No, black.
That's a
nope.
game that they're bet.
It was- it
That's
was
a game.
Well, no, the argument's always like with hip hop. It's like
Black
white people,
basketball was actually an Indian sport.
Indian sport.
Yeah, it's an Indian sport.
Let's
it evolved
okay.
It evolved from
Whip
the-
out
Alright,
the
so
Wikipedia.
Indians, fine.
Yeah.
So would you say they
Yeah.
appropriated it from the Indian culture? It's like
I
Yeah.
still refuse to believe this stupid Dusty Baker.
we all did.
horseshit,
No, the
because it's like,
Dusty Baker is bullshit.
I'm
That's
sure
77.
there's
They
fucking-
didn't high five in
Yeah.
the 1800s. Okay,
There's
it's not
cave
something they were
paintings of
doing.
people high
My
five.
grandmother
I'm
used
sure.
to. My grandmother told no.
I'm
there's
sure
not.
of it.
No, there's
well,
not.
maybe they just
fucking
didn't call it a
ridiculous.
high
They
five.
didn't
The
do
reason
it.
the reason
Like your brother,
Why it
you're
became
rolling around in a
popular.
cave, and your brother
No.
with your brother, and you're like fighting. You do
No.
this. You hold your hands, and you're like
No.
wrestle like that. You're telling me they were doing that, but
No.
not like high five
No.
each other.
A totally different
as
thing.
it
Fucking
became cool
ridiculous.
because it was because
The fist bump, the smackaroo.
No.
Dabbing
No.
has been around for generations, millions.
No, not making it cool. Black people make that shit cool.
They weren't
I'm
clipping.
sorry.
Think
I'm
about when
sorry.
they started. Like
See, now I'm curious
The
when
chest
that
think about when they
handshake started.
invented like soap.
It's true.
They probably came up with the high five after they invented soap because people were like, "Yes, let's touch each other."
No, that's
The history of the handshake.
No,
dates
but that's what
back
I'm saying,
to
and that is
5th
true.
century BC Greece.
Okay, well that's
the Greeks.
everyone knows about the handshake. That's old
Yeah.
school.
Hmm.
Who still handshakes?
A lot of people.
I handshake.
I think
So-
I shook a guy's
So,
hand
some
today.
guy tried to kiss my hand.
Ooh.
Although when
Still-
a stranger
still-
puts his hand out for a handshake, it's always one of those annoying things where it's like, I have to shake
A
his
tourist.
hand.
Yeah.
It's like,
Back with a
but
What would
it's-
you prefer?
I
You can come back
I
with like
grab.
that.
I go in. I give him the.
You
the,
go
the
in,
sol-
and
is
then
that called
that's
the
more.
soldiers?
It's more contact. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I have heard
The
of
soldiers
that.
handshake?
Yeah, my friend likes to do that.
Yeah.
It's gross.
That's what I do in the gym when I help people up because people are sweaty and nasty. I grab. I'm all wrists. I was like, I got one client. He blows his nose into his hands. I'm like, I gotta walk away, but he pays me, so it's like.
Yes, you got to
And he
shake that hand.
blows his snot into his shirt.
You let him smear it on your arm though.
Huh?
You let him smear
Yeah,
it on
he
your arm.
blows it in his hand and then he shakes.
But
his
yeah,
arm
in his
hand.
glove. Yeah, he does touch me.
But why don't you just go for the bump?
I try to go for the bump, but I gotta help him up and get him
Oh,
down,
help
and I
him
gotta
up.
touch him.
Well,
And,
don't you wash your hands when you leave the gym anyway?
yo, I sanitize 50 times a day,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's I'm fuck that.
You're not supposed to
People
sanitize
nasty.
too much. You're supposed to use regular soap.
Fuck that.
You should be
Fuck
using
that.
regular
Nope.
soap.
I sanitize. I wipe shit
You're
down.
ruining
Fuck
you're
that.
ruining our
You motherfuckers
ecosystem
nasty.
or whatever with all that sanitation.
You're also ruining your body's own ecosystem. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
My body
You've
is
got good bacteria
immaculate.
on your skin that you're killing.
No,
with
my
this
body is.
antibacterial
I don't care about
bullshit.
his own ecosystem. I care
Where-
about
where you
our
from?
ecosystem.
Philly? What part of the world is your family from?
Italy.
Yeah, I found a loophole to asking ethnic people that question. They always say here in America, but then you ask what part of the world, they're like, "Fuck." They can't. I asked the Iranian guy. He kept saying he was from Jersey, and they were like, "What part of the world are you from?" He was like, "Iranian." You piece of shit.
I like Italy.
I forgot what I was going to ask you now. What'd you say?
You have something wrong with Italy?
Mussolini, actually.
Oh, you have something
No, I
wrong
love
with
it.
him? I do.
Italy
I mean,
women.
yeah, I do.
They give terrible blowjobs. Italian women. Worst blowjob I ever had. It was weirdest vagina too. It was like a triangle in gritty on the inside. I was like, is this a real vagina? I don't like this one. If I feel like it had ripples on the inside. I was like,
And fuck Julius Caesar.
fuck him in the face. Spartacus has a small dick. All right. Where can they find you?
Where can they find me? Just the internet. Stephen Wolffe, youtube.com/filmspa. It's just the handle that I made a long time ago.
I'm gonna check that out actually.
Yeah, youtube.com/filmspa. Good times.
That's boring as fuck. Man. I was just trying to stall so I can write something. I was like, do you have a website yet?
No, I don't have a website. What am I going to do with a website? What is anyone going to
Why do you do comedy? Why?
Well, I'm trying to get on stage, but what is anyone going to look me on the website?
A lot of comics, they don't enjoy self-promotion.
No.
It's very odd.
You know what I'm going to make? There's only one that exists.
Sure.
Oh, sweet. I got Sadra. What's your full name again?
Sadra Azizi.
Sadra Azizi. He's going to be my new brand ambassador.
Yeah. Aziz Ansari's your new brand ambassador.
That's why I hate saying your last name. I was like, man, he's going to have trouble with that.
Sadra Azizi Ansari is going to be
his YouTube is off the fucking hook.
Yeah, I could start putting your sets up there.
Yeah.
I got a decent audience.
Oh, yeah, all my sets.
What can they find you, Sadra?
You can find me on YouTube as well. Dr. Souls 11. Like Dr. Scholes, but with
He
Souls.
makes great unboxing sneaker vids. He's the bomb.
I post all my stand-up on there, every single set, which people tell me not to do, but I do.
You should put them private?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You can do what the fuck you want.
I love watching people like follow along. They're like, "Oh, I'm seeing your growth," or "Hey," or like they suggest things like, "Oh, you should do this and try this next time." I'm like, "Oh, that's actually not a bad idea." Actually, one of them got picked up by Reddit
painfully earnest
on Cringe subreddit, and it kind of blew up. It was a really bad set, but it got me a lot of exposure. So I was like,
"That's what's up." So. That's dope. Website?
Nope, not yet.
No website. Nice.
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and my website, DougJBrady.com. And you can email me at DougJBrady@Hotmail.
You have a website?
And you can call me at 765-469-7841. Thank you.
One day, you're going to die in this podcast because I'm going to stab you right. I know where the jugular is. Give it up for them one more time. Give it up. It's another episode of The People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimmyPeoples.com. Shut the fuck up. J Peoples TV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, J Peoples TV. JimmyPeoples.com. I said that. Stop talking. All comics, you're more than welcome to join the podcast. It's every day at the Idle Shrunken Head. What is I going to say now? Idle Shrunken Head, the podcast. People's Mic podcast every day, 2:15, followed by the open mic, the People's Mic at the world famous Idle Shrunken Head. Fuck you, Stephen Wolffe.
Idle Shrunken Head and it's on 14th Street between A and B, in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.